madness. This is
Gene Bond Art.
Okay, so today let's draw some underwater views using this city reference. So I have this my photograph from Hong Kong and some other from photo stocks. Can also watch my
madness.
Can also watch my previous video about how perspective works underwater. Here just like quick recap. So whole trick with underwater view is about water level, about this line of or plane of water surface. So in perspective is just like 2D plane, right, which consists from x-axis and z-axis. So it's kind of flat plane. So, and you have like camera level or eye level and water level. So water level can be like above eye level or below eye level. So if water level below eye level, so it means you will see like horizon line with a kind of water surface. If water level above eye level, then you will see horizon line below water, like it's like just upside down, or I don't know like how it can look like this. Basically, horizon line is just about surface of the ground disappearing, like it's kind of like going beyond your visual perception. So it's became like a flat as a horizon line. But another also kind of quality of underwater perspective is that you most likely you will not see it's as a horizon line, because underwater you cannot see too far. It's not so kind of transparent like air. But for perspective drawing, you will need this like constructive element, like horizon line. So watch first tutorial, you will see this theory very clearly explained. And today let's draw. So basically, like you can turn any environment, just like any environment, into underwater view. All you need is just to decide where is the water level. So if you want to make a viewer or camera to be underwater level, below water level, then here I will make this funny here. So I will show you how it looks, how it works. Maybe let's make here a little higher. So this is my eye level, which also works as a horizon line. This is the vanishing point. So eye level here is also horizon line. So this is the vanishing point. This y axis, vertical axis. and x axis have little convergence like this. So here we have a grid. Now I can arrange. Yeah, also for stairs, vanishing point will be lower, so it's like vanishing trace. From this the vanishing point, I make vertical line down, and this vanishing point for stairs. Also have many tutorials about how to draw stairs in perspective. So there are like every kind of stairs from any kind of angle in a different type of perspective. So let's here do bench. Here this flowers. Same this part of a pedestrian walk. Also will do on this vanishing trace. Like the slash. Do you know such views in Tokyo? Like if you've been in Japan, in Tokyo, I plan to go. Really curious. I hope it's also interesting, like Hong Kong. It should be like very cyberpunk. So here. Point. So here we have our eye level, which is also kind of horizon level for surface. So it's like, let's say, kind of like planet surface. And this is direction of a tilted surface, like downhill. And here it's like another level of downhill, not so strong, like just slight downhill. Maybe let's make it here. So we'll make it like um, downhill kind of horizon line. So let's do here this ownership point, or even or here. No, might be lower. Let's do it lower. About here. So here we have road kind of going here, then turn, go into this one point, and about here is change again parallel to ground. So now let's choose where will be water level. So I can make like water level like very high, like far from, well, so if I make like this one very like far from water surface, then it's just like, just put some stuff like underwater, like fishes, like floating here, and some grass and stuff like this, and just call it underwater. So instead of sky, we will have like water surface very far away. But I can choose like maybe make it, let's make it below eye level. So here is my eye level, and somewhere there it's a horizon line and a kind of ground plane. Horizon line with a ground plane. So let's make like water level here. So maybe I'll explain on the reference. So if I make like so here we have guy, right? If I make water level here, so we can look on the wall. So it will be like something like this. So like all this stuff will be like underwater. And this stuff here, all the sky underwater. Will be like this. Why? Why? Because you see we choose this H, right? So then I just make it go to vanishing point, and I just see where it's like overlap, no, where it intersects. So it also goes there. Also, like if this like actually it should be higher, but let's say here. So it goes there, another vanishing point. And then we'll have this vanishing point here. Stuff like this. So you just calculate surface like it's 2D plane of water. If this water level not on this H, but somewhere like higher than our picture plane, higher than this frame. So maybe it's like, maybe we can see edge here, right? So it's like will be like above this building, it's like above water level. So we kind of look from underwater, we can see little building up from above. So, or it's very far away, so we can see water surface, kind of like this silhouette of a sky. So instead of sky, we see water surface. And here we have like this like different fish. So you see kind of like funny point here is like just any kind of environment you can make underwater. It's just about water level. So let me just make him like this thing. So here I choose, I say like, okay, maybe water level will be here. So then let's surface going this way, then here. Let's go in that way. So go here, go here. So what we have now this, it's above surface, like we can see it clearly, and this is below water, so we see it as a underwater view. And here, let's do like, I can make like some swimming. So here we have this cable with oxygen for this diver. Kind of sit reading newspaper underwater. I don't know. Can't drive. Some, yeah, need some water stuff. Make car floating here. So let's take this one. Так. So this y-axis, oh yeah, tilt, stronger convergence. What's this? Okay. So this will be like vanishing trace for this uphill, and horizon line, it's about here. So this also are eye level or camera level. So the street going up here, then going parallel to ground, and then about here it's again moving up here, maybe like this. So we have road going like this, going like this. It's kind of overlapping here. Hello, what, what Venice? Mm, do I recommend games for learning perspective? No, it's kind of like not related at all. So you can kind of bring your passion into learning. But if you, so let's say like, okay, if turns out you play some games or you like watch movies or you have like favorite team, favorite game, favorite movie, whatever, right? So then you can bring it into your art. You can draw like fun art, you can make some studies because it's just like your favorite subject, right? So it's like you just want to spend more time with this kind of stuff. So it's just a way how to make your learning process more entertaining. But understand it's like right approach here. You can totally stop playing games and it will be better for you like as an artist and as a student because you will have more time for create and for study kind of, you know, you will improve faster, you will make more work because all these games, like I tell before, all these games is just like substitution for actual creativity. So here I have buildings, right? So building go to the vanishing point on horizon line. So So it's kind of like again, I say why important to train your logic and just to make sure you you being reasonable, right? Like computer games by definition, they don't help you learn perspective. It's just distraction. It can be like helpful distraction, like I mean sometimes really you can be like so overwhelmed with a job and you just want come home after work, spend like 1 hour with some game to detach from reality for a short time. Before people doing this with the books, you just read book, so book much better than game. So like I'm not telling like I'm perfect human being who like 100% follow my own um, advice and my own idea of what is good and what is wrong. Yeah, I play games sometimes too, but if you ask my advice, I will not recommend you computer games. It's kind of it's like it's like a cigarettes or something, you know. If you're not artist, I will be like less scared because again, like if you're like working like day job, like I don't know, like you work in a factory or you work in a delivery or somewhere not creative job, right? And if you very tired physically or whatever, so you want just after work play some game or watch some movie or whatever. Of course, nobody will judge you for this. But for artists, for creative person, I think like movie will be better than game if you watch like really good movie. Then book will be very much better than movie. If you will read some book for you as artist, it will be much better. And games, they're like eating too much time. It can really like take hours and days and years. For us, is every hour is important. And instead of consuming somebody art, it's better you make your own art. And you don't need to play computer game if you like it. You can take some reference from YouTube. From there are a lot of like game video. You can like take screenshots from YouTube. Like I find a lot of very cool screenshots from cyberpunk game on YouTube videos. Because every time when I tell myself like I will download some game, it will help me to make or study art, and eventually you forget about it. You just sit and play game. So it's just killing your time. So it's a trap. Like You like best practice, like I tell all the time. It's like what I do. You find your favorite artist. If it's movie or anime or cartoon, you make screenshots or you find some screenshots in Google from this cartoon or illustrations of your favorite artist and break down his perspective, kind of like I do in my videos. This will really teach you. This is how you can learn. Just looking, even if you're like inside in this 3D space and looking around, just looking don't teach you anything. You need to study theory and you need to practice. You need to practice breaking down and practice applying theory. Because, like, look, here is how many artists who are able to draw with a good perspective. How many artists in general? Not so many. Most of people cannot draw, right? But everybody have experience of a perspective. Everybody have experience of fish eye perspective since they're born, right? It's like much more immersive, much more visually advanced than any computer game. You already live your life. It's already like this amazing virtual reality kind of, right? We're all walking around, we see all these environments. So does it help you to be to improve your perspective? No. Otherwise, everybody will be great artists around. You need to make breakdowns. You need to make studies. Only then all this information, all these materials will be useful for you. If you just look, interact, or whatever, for you as artists, it's not much use from this. Uh, it's like when I was first time in China and I see some foreigners, some of my friends, and they were like, it's kind of like funny idea sometimes people have. They think if they will like listen and focus on like Chinese people speaking Chinese, they will learn Chinese like this. But no, you will never learn Chinese just by watching and listen. You need to read a book, kind of. You need to read some theory. You need to understand how it works. It's kind of very dry and boring and annoying part of every studying process, but this kind of real world, that's how reality works, is not all about candy and cookies. So it's like ask about. I like kind of this question, so I just find like many metaphors and many uh, images for this thing. So trying to find support in computer games for your learning process. It's like finding like alcohol, like say like what kind of alcohol should I drink to be better in perspective. It's like beer or wine or whatever. It's like it's interesting how you get with this question, but yeah, there is no answer. Just don't drink alcohol at all. Will be better for you like as artist. It's like all artists who I know who drink alcohol, they drink it not because it makes them better artists. They drink it because um, they can't handle struggles, right? So it's like there's some pressure of daily life. It's not because it's really help you be artist. And no, and of course, it's not really helping anything. It's like talk about drugs is like as much as give you illusion of help, it take more than it gives. Так, so same here. Let's see where we can do water level. So if here we can see it's the vanishing point, so it's eye level, and then let's do yeah, let's do here. What's this door? Right, this door H. Oh no, let's do look here. So this will be water level. Так, so we'll look. So following axis, water level going here, and then following this, water level going there. That's it. So all this, it's above water level, and it's above our eye level. So here in this view, we're looking below water surface. We are really underwater here. Hello, Disco Mat. Like, are artists crazy people? um, I think it's like it's not about like it's kind of. I will rather say if because there are many crazy people who call themselves artists. It's the one thing. You know, like somebody like stick banana to wall or canvas, and he call it art, and he call himself artist, and everybody call him artist. But I don't think so. A lot of people doing crazy stuff, calling it art, and call themselves artist. Again, like for me, they're not artists; they're just crazy people. But there also might be like real artists who also crazy. So, and again, it's like, like we need to be logical here. And I will say art being artists, like this artist profession kind of, right? Uh, it's compatible with the craziness, or compatible, right? So it's like you can be crazy person and also be real artist. And it's like sometimes even you can be like a social, or you can be weird, or whatever, right? It's like it's not this. It might be not distraction for your creative process. So it's not like craziness or weirdness make you a real artist. No, it's just not distract you from being creative. This is kind of real thing about it. But like being artist as a professional, it's not about being crazy or whatever. It's about being professional. So as long as your craziness not disturb your professionalism or creative process, you can be crazy. So that's why we just see a lot of people like this. Because if you go like other professions, like I don't know, like if you're like crazy security guy, right? You will be fired. Just like this guy, like why he's so weird, like he scares our clients, right? So they like fire him. And or like if you're a crazy chief, there's like what he's doing, like he cooking some weird stuff, like I order other dish, like what he doing, right? But in art kind of profession, I think there's a lot much more kind of flexibility. So mm, some craziness is tolerable. That's why we can see crazy people in art. So here I find, I want to make like dude. So then you can, yes, all this like discussion about like, yeah, like artists, they're like sensitive person or stuff like that. Yeah, not only artists, sensitive people, everybody sensitive, let's say. It's just like have a movie, Frank. You can find Frank with Fassbinder in the main role. Frank, and there is like main character. He have mask, like a weird mask, like this, something with a big eyes. So he's walking like this. It's like so. Watch this movie is kind of about this. It's like main hero, main character. He's like a weird guy, and no, he's not like main hero. I don't know. It's like he is like one of main hero, because there is two guys. One guy, he's a average guy, like a normie, right? But problem with him is not because he's normie. Problem with him because he don't understand what is art. So he cannot be artist because he kind of don't understand how it works. First of all, he not educated. It's not about talent in his case. It's my point of view, but I think like movie make claim like he's not talented. So and then he meets this crazy guy Fassbinder, and this crazy guy he's like so talented, but he crazy. And main hero he trying to understand like how this crazy guy can be so creative, and he tried to kind of like understand his craziness. So like how this craziness make him be so talented and stuff like that. And in one point in the movie, he met his parents. He met crazy guy parents, and they tell him like their son, he been like crazy from certain period. He became kind of weird in a certain period of time, and this weirdness make him like vulnerable, social, and this guy tells him, "Oh, but this craziness make him so talented." And the parents reply, they say, "No, bro, you don't understand. Craziness don't make him talented. He always was talented. Craziness actually make it harder for him to be creative." You see kind of my point? So also there is like David Lynch, for example, you read his book, Catching Big Fish. Same David Finch like talking about this, like everybody talking about like crazy Van Gogh archetype of artist, right? Like artists need to suffer, artists need to be crazy, doing crazy stuff. But say no, artist, he just needs to make things, and he make things he create from a good mood. If he is stressed and if he's um, overwhelmed, he cannot create. So it's a struggle with this. Take a lot of energy and distract you from making art. It's kind of like it's a common delusion about artists, like craziness somehow is like creative quality kind of. And sometimes to also be creative, you need to be smart. And some very creative people, they very smart. And very smart people, for less smart people, they may appear like they're crazy. Yes, we also this thing is important to keep in mind. Sometimes if you think some guy crazy, maybe because you just don't get it. It's like as long as he not running around with a knife, chasing people with a knife, then it's just your perception. Maybe he's not crazy. Maybe you just don't understand his perspective, kind of. TTT is kind of about games again. Uh, yeah, like I say, it's not better to have 3D reference. It's just one kind of reference. You can have 3D reference for you to study perspective, or you can have 2D image, like screenshot somebody made or you made through screenshot from a movie. It's just like kind of like kind of listen, yeah, what I'm telling all the time. It's like I say this. Why you study other artists' work? Because it's already example of create kind of creative decisions. It's easier to analyze artist work than analyze raw material, like real life photograph from real life, right? Because there is too much information and you need to make you need to kind of deduct unnecessary information. For this, it's like another thing, is another skill which is also important, but it's just make it harder because you need to make decisions more than perspective decisions. When you break down other artists' work, it helps you to see how perspective works and learn how to use perspective efficiently. Because perspective is not kind of laws of nature floating in the air. No, this man-made thing is been made by other artists, and you can learn it from other artists. So you can go directly learn from other artists' works, and this will be much better than learn from 3D or from computer game. Just kind of I kind of promise you, like, your feeling or your idea of this, like, you can make your computer games useful for you. It's more kind of it's more like a trick for yourself. Like, you want to trick yourself, telling like your wasting of time with computer games is actually not wasting of time. It's like actually is some serious research and learning process for perspective. No, just better read the book. It will help you much better than any 3D reference. So here, because we look from below water, I will make cleaner construction below water. Yeah. Yeah. Traditional artists usually they're very adequate people. So if they're weird, I think they're not weirder than any other people you see. And all like classical or traditional artists who I met, they don't look like this popular artist image. You can look yourself, like in internet, right? Like on Jake Parker, like, is he look like a crazy artist? No, he look like a normal guy, just normal family guy. Iron Blaze, he look like crazy artist? No. Marshall Van Droof, he don't. They all look like normal people, because all this like posers, like most of all, like all artists who look like, whoa, I'm so creative person, look at me, I'm a very special, like, they spend too much attention to their appearance. Like, how you have so much time? And maybe again, I'm not judging people for being stylish kind of. Some people have time for both. They can be stylish and they can be also very creative and productive. But from my perspective, from my observation, this is actually exception when artist he care about his appearance, like his style, like how he look, and at the same time he actually really good artist, like a real artist who making great art. Usually they look like whatever can be. They can look like anyone, like a Santa Claus, like a mobster, like engineer, like a teacher of music, and you will never guess from his look he's actually artist, you know. Cool. Hello, Nico. Thank you. Так. So, like, if somebody has this like theory about using computer games for improvement, like my opinion is not work, and from my experience, it's a waste of time. Like 80%, 95% of it, you will be more waste your time than actually get any benefit from it. If you think differently, I I want to see your proof. So you can prove it can work. Nobody stopping you from that. But I'm really doubt it from my experience. No, it's just yeah. It's like there is like artists like Toulouse-Lautrec, for example, who been like spend like most of his time going to brothel to this like where is everybody dancing, alcohol and stuff. And you can say like, oh yeah, I will be like a Toulouse-Lautrec. His art's so cool. So if I want to draw like him, I need to be like him and go to brothel. It's a logical mistake because this is not how he became good artist. The opposite is how he declined this his kind of unhealthy lifestyle led to his decline. Is not help him to be a good artist. So you can find like any use from anything, but it will be because you trying to convert useless experience into something useful. So see difference. It's like you trying to cook good food from bad material, or you have good material, good ingredients, and you want to cook good food from good ingredients. So better choose good ingredients. And computer games, they're so much kind of like, how to say, sub-product of everything else. Because like if we still talking about really creative, interesting material, it's will be like in artist works, in the books, maybe like you can take it from animation, but like books, theater, artworks like oil paintings and like classical art, this is most like a source of all these creative images. You better refer to them. And computer games are like very derivative. There is a very kind of sub compared to classical artworks. It's very substandard. So what you can learn from them as artist? Not much. Так, let's make him like gone here. Like always has been or have been. Answer. Always have been. Have or has. Write me right word in the chat. Yeah, has been proper word here. Has. Back. Always has been. Wah! Use better paper for your drawings. This paper too soft. Can't handle my brutal energy. So here's this dude. He's like half above water. Wrinkles, some ripples. Almost forget. There's some fish. So see this guy, he's underwater totally. And this guy, he's like half above water. He's like looking outside, witnessing this dry world. It's like, wait a second. We can go outside all time. And this, his friend, say, you're not supposed to know this. I don't want you to come back to our village and tell everyone this. You should be eliminated. Back. One more. Take this one. So here, like I say, imagine this sky can be water surface. So if water surface like very high, very far away from here, then it will be same as a sky, just with effects of a water surface from bottom. So you can like add some ripples on the water, stuff like this. But we can make like water hedge about this window. So like all first plan will be underwater, and but these like high buildings on the background, they will be below water. So they will be above water. So anyway, let's draw it. Nico asking like how to be productive under stress. There's a cool video, so I will give you this link. You can watch interview. Um, Watch sometimes interview with professional people. That's really like help you to kind of tune yourself into professional tone. Also, here's like many nuances of it. It's like for me also helps when I think. Where's this one? Copy link. Helps to create ignoring your like ignore your emotions. Like there is also interview with Mobius, and he like tell like one of his first advice in interview, like advice for comic book artist from Mobius. Maybe it's like called like 10 advice from Mobius, something like this. And one of his first advice say don't look like for emotions, don't don't try to be like to create under strong influence or under influence of strong emotions. Say best is to be in a normal state. So um if you're like agitated, you need to calm down a little bit. If you're too sad, depressive, yeah, like kind of like cheer yourself up a little bit, right? So to cheer yourself up helps to watch some interview, like, just to switch yourself for more constructive perception. And if like more technical advice, it's in this interview here. This guy, he talking about kind of like Stephen King approach. It's help you to fight stress is to have clear schedule. So you need, instead of thinking about how to, instead of have plan to finish amount of work, you better have plan to work in a certain time period. So you say like, okay, like every day or like every particular day, I work exactly from this time to this time. Or now I want to draw and I will draw 1 hour, and you push like a timer and you will draw for 1 hour. And when you like focus yourself on the time, it helps you also ignore everything else, because your goal is to be maximum productive, like focused and concentrated during this time. That's it. So you don't need like spend whole your life, all your day, just this time, like 1 hour, 3 hour, whatever. Like just make this short time period and focus, concentrate work in this time. And they say when you have this approach, when your creative process based on the time, it's kind of helps, and it's much more productive because you can relax when you finish, and also it teach you to immediately focus on work. So when you train yourself like this, it's not important how you feels. Like whatever happen in the world, you already train yourself. Like when you sit to work, you sit and you work, and this all you care about. Uh, and it's like, yeah, it's many creative people talking about this. It's also a book I recommend. Uh, Where's this book? It's called A War of Art. This book just was here. No, don't know where. Anyway, it's a book, War of Art. Very small book. You will read it in one day, but it's a very important, very good book. You need to read. So here we have eye level about here. So Z vanishing point here. Like I also have exercise. I've been doing like drawing whatever I have in the mind, and like I was drawing comic book about my art block, just like visualizing my stress, because like it's you turn kind of. I just like turn my uh, negative emotions into inspiration, because if when your comic book story is about your struggle as artist, then you start to look on your negative emotions for ideas. You think like, okay, what else blocking me from being creative? What else kind of blocking me from do my plan, do my work? So it became not like a problem, it became material for my work. So you can make like a series of illustration or comic book about um, your stress. And it's not like it's not about making it um, it's not about making it important. It's about being master of it. So it's like it's not like my emotions controlling me. No, I control everything. And if there's some unwanted emotions, I will use them for my reason. I will do whatever I want with them. So I will do like, for example, character which is representing me, but not quite me. But he have same problems like I have, and I will make him kind of fighting with these problems. So then my problems became source of information for my story, for my character. And again, this is how everybody write. This is how writers write. They they are not just sit and write whatever. They want to solve and explore their own real problems, their real fears, their real nightmares, or real. They have like questions about world, about meaning of life, or whatever. So, and they making story about this. This how they make really deep and meaningful stories. This impartial. Uh, I don't know, like this impartial, if it's a right term here. It's kind of like very subjective again. It's just like whole point is to make sure your emotions not disturb your work process. So if they distract you, okay, like I say, you can. Okay, so here is you, right? Here is you, Nico. Um, say like a sword, helmet, whatever. And you're like in a real world, real life, right? And real life is like all the stuff you need to eat, you need to sleep. And this material world have all these problems, and you will always have problems. There is no final solution. There's always problems, no matter what kind of how lucky you are. Still, you need to eat, you need to care about stuff. Uh, and there is called how to say, okay, like okay, here let's say like house, car, in the real world, right? In your real world, all the stuff, tree, blah blah blah, right? Objects, items, uh, tools and products, right? In all this real world. But there, here is another thing which is also our real world. And the difference, like uh, average people, they think this other world is not real. They say like, oh, it's just kind of dreams, fantasies. It's something not real, not material, just in your head, and blah blah blah. So this other world, uh, it's actually like a space, right? Like open space, let's say. So in this open space, in reality is endless. Like we don't know, nobody know how far it goes. So kind of general um, consensus here is say it's endless. It's a freaking endless universe. It's absolutely insane. So, and your real world is just like very small thing within this endless universe. So, in your personal life, you will never visit this, like, let's say, like 99.999% of this actual universe of a space, you will never experience, you will never be there, you will never see it. And but uh somehow kind of like our mind is there. So your mind is there and he came back. So your mind goes there. It's like travel in all this parallel, which is like endless part of our reality, kind of, and come back to our daily world and help us change this world. Because then you figure out, oh, these things like a house, car, dog, whatever, is it's man-made. It's been imagined first. So imagined, right? So first you need to see it in your head, then you can make it real. I forget why I say this. That's also weirdest part ever. There we go. It's kind of this happens when you talk with a screen. Yeah, really, I wish some more people in my Discord so we can talk in audio. Kind of want to make a point which you need some long preface, and I forget for what. Так. Anyway, don't expect easy ride. It's not easy, and it's not soft, kind of comfortable. And as much as you learn how to draw technically or make some technical part of work, there's also part of kind of how you deal, how you manage your creative process, how you manage your daily life. Because like you can make like beautiful drawings, it doesn't mean like everybody will buy them immediately. Uh, or like making good art is not only one problem. Also, be happy, all the stuff can bother you. And kind of answer for me, like I say, it's this book, War of Art, is give you like a lot of important information, how to think about this subject first of all, and then interview with different professionals. It's very important. Like Miyazaki, for example, he have in this documentary about craziness. He say very well. He say like about happiness, for example. He say like, who ever been happy? Like he say he not happy, and I was saying like, what the hell is he talking about? I mean, like if I draw stuff like Miyazaki, for sure I will be happy, right? Right? I will be like jumping or in the rejoice and the screaming in the window, say like, yeah, look at me, I'm so happy, you know. But then I understand, like, I think what is his point? His point is that he is from generation when happy is not the thing. You're not your life, your like meaning of your life is not about being happy. It's about making stuff. So instead of have like focus on your feelings about being happy and uh, feeling good and feeling nice and whatever, you just focus on your work and you see like what should you do, and you feel quote unquote kind of good when you making your work well. So it's different from this concept of happiness, because kind of happiness it means something like, no, in this like modern era, this mainstream idea of happiness is something like you're happy with everything. It's like you're completely happy and nothing bother you, and you're like completely like 100% feel well about everything, you know. So if there is like couple minor problems, you're already not happy, because by definition kind of it's not perfect. It's like everything fine, I have this, I have that, but this neighbor he hate me and now it's make me not happy, you know. It's kind of like um I think is a really recent concept, like modern world idea of happiness being brainwashed by advertising. You know, it's like when some kind of like a propaganda crack this um, feature of our brain, so like you can manipulate people by promising them happiness. So like, oh, you know what make you not happy? This not make you not happy. So if you buy our product, you will be happy. Or like, oh, if you like destroy your country and build communism, you will be happy. You know, they just like keep manipulating this idea of happiness. So I think better be like Miyazaki. Just say like, I don't need your happiness. You want it, take it. I don't need it. I just doing my thing. I may feel like very unhappy in the process sometimes, you know. It's like, what the hell is happening, you know. So what? So what? I just keep doing my thing. Yeah, yeah. So he just workaholic kind of. He work a lot, and I think it's important to keep in mind because like I say, like this like a wrong idea about artists when people look artists and think like, oh, artist, it's about going to exhibitions, you just drink wine all the time, you party, and this is like artist life. And you need to be like weird and funny. So let's do like here, water level. When in reality, artist is like, let's see. So like this. Artist like any other profession, like engineer. It's very much like engineer something. Так, so then maybe here, trying to find this water level. So like another building maybe about here. Let's say like like fireman or like emergency doctor, like surgeon doctor, like say like ask you like, oh, are you happy? I say, no, no, like happy to see people dying and suffering in pain. Like what kind of happiness you mean? Or happy to have like a good salary? Or is like, oh, you're a surgeon, and then uh, there is emergency, but you're not in the mood. It's like, I'm so kind of. I just watch a very sad cartoon. Like I'm not sure I'm in the mood to work today. You know. So and where it's happened, this kind of stuff with us, where like, of course, we're like we tend to not think this way. We can say like, no, for me it's like real serious issue. It's really like something really emotionally traumatic happened, so make me like emotional and sad. When in reality, like you look back 10 years after, you look back at the situations like why I was worried so much. It's like literally like nothing happening, and I'm sitting like reacting to this stuff. So a lot of time is just pointless, and instead of finding like techniques how to deal with emotions, you better be just like train your work ethic. So like, yeah, if talking about again like impartial, I think like what Möbius mean, and also like how I understand it from my experience with my own kind of drawing process is like um, you not expect good emotions from work, and you don't need good emotions. How you feel and what kind of inspiration you have, all this stuff is not important. Because if you make it important, um, you will be very vulnerable, and it's kind of make you incapable very much, because this thing is very fragile, kind of, I don't know, it's unpredictable. So it's good when it happens, but you should not depend from it, because sometimes it happens, sometimes not. uh, Maybe like 80% of time you just do what you should do, not because it feels great to do, but just because you must do it. And 20% of time you might feel great, you even can have like this, like epiphany, like amazing, like emotional experiences, breakthrough, inspiration and stuff. But you're not doing it only for this. It's not like a junkie kind of, right, who wants like, oh, I don't know what kind of like beer or alcohol I want to consume to feel better today. No, you work not for feel better. It just sometimes make you feel better, sometimes not. And like in case of Miyazaki, like when you work like crazy, yeah, you can, you can like, it's overwhelming. Так. So yeah, like me, I treat it like I need to do something in my life, right? Because like I'm a I'm a part of a material world, so I need to act. I need to do something. So I choose to do this, and kind of good outcome is never guaranteed. It's like nobody guarantee you anything. So, and especially like when you're like, like I like this in the movie series Rome. There is, this like patricians and slaves, right? And they show it very well. This thing is like, it's easier to be a slave because you just follow orders. They just give you commands, and they give you food, they give you place to live. So it's kind of comfortable life. If your owner kind of not punishing you too much, then it's much easier than be a free man, because free man all life it's a struggle. You need to um, defend whole time. You need to constantly kind of like work on your strategy, on your plans. You need to review them, you need to fix them, because if something wrong in your life, it's kind of like because you did mistake. Because like in one hand it will be never perfect, so you cannot expect your life will be perfect. But on the other hand, um, you can determine what kind of problem you will have. So have problem like with kind of inspiration or with addiction, for example. So better have some kind of creative problems than problems like with law, for example, right? So no, it's all this like archetypical stories. So, and more kind of freedom you choose, more free you want to be. So make your own decisions. More kind of is stressful. So let's say like here will be water surface. So this part of building is above water. So you see, it's kind of like I slice this landscape, this environment, as I slice with the water surface. So no matter what kind of environment, you can always turn it into underwater view. Just put your eye level below water surface. So here you see what this mean. Here is eye level of observer. And here, like on this wall, right, we have this edge of a building. Here, this water level, eye level, and here is water level. So this is distance between my eye level and water level. You can also watch previous tutorials there. I kind of explain it detailedly. Also, I treat emotions as kind of weather. So when like I draw, like first time when you draw outdoors, like when you're like travel artist or you just need to do your like outdoor practice. Like in art college, we have outdoor practice. Like you should, from time to time, you need to regularly draw something outdoors, some like daily life observation sketches, right? And sometimes you want to make like oil painting or watercolor, so it can take like hour, a couple hour to finish. And also it's take time to walk to spot, right? You need to walk around, you need to find this interesting location. And your resistance, kind of your inner procrastinator, he always want to kind of slack. So he will tell you like you wake up, it's like, today I need to go to draw something outside. You look in the window, it's the rain. Okay, I stay home, you know. And tomorrow is like I will go tomorrow. Tomorrow you look in the window. I was like, oh my god, you see it? It's so hot. It's like in insane. It's like I don't want to die from a sun, from a heat shock. So I think we'll go tomorrow. Tomorrow, I don't know, it's a snow. Next time is like drizzle. Other time is like they say it's 80% chance of rain, and you say like, oh, I will go outside. I will spend 1 hour for arriving to place, and there will be rain begin. So I will better go next time when there will be no rain, like 100% no rain. And you keep delaying because you want kind of perfect weather. So, number one rule, there is never perfect weather. Never. It's just your mood, kind of, because you can always find like excuse for yourself to not do the work. So, and me, I find like, okay, if I have plan to draw outdoors, I just go my stuff and I walk outside. That's it. I just will go there and I will find something to draw. After all, there is like a cafe. You can draw in a cafe, in a bus. There is a lot of ceilings, canopy, a lot of cover, everything right now. Like you can draw standing on a bus station. You can draw like in a train station, underground metro, whatever. So many places you can draw. So our kind of mood, it's like a weather too. It's like you will never have perfect mood, and when you have perfect mood, again something will be wrong. So if your focus for condition, like you need condition or state of mind to be creative, then you will never be there, or you will always struggle from it. It will be always problem for you. It's like, oh, my mood will never good enough, kind of, So that's why they say your focus should be on your schedule. That's it. Just tell from what time to what time you work and just sit and do it. That's it. Because you know what is technology of process, right? You need to make first step, second step, third step. So you sit and you start doing thing. Your like process is not appearing from air, right? You have idea and you have knowledge of technology. So just sit and do the stuff. And like most of my work, like okay, maybe not most, like but a lot of very important work I done when I've been in the most uncomfortable state. Is like some like environment too busy, maybe too many people looking at me, or again like weather, or I've been in a not good mood at beginning. Whatever, it's just ignoring it, you're opposing even it, and say, okay, I want to concentrate on the work, on the making, on the process, not onto my condition. And also this, like there is like people going to church, people going for different like practices. For us as artists, this is our practice. This is our mental practice. Is to control your focus. You choose where you want to direct your attention, your focus. And like I say, it's like weather. It's like it feels like you're on a boat and emotions is like a surface of a sea, of ocean. And sometimes like I have so many emotions, so it's like a storm, it's like like, and I'm like sitting inside my boat, and it's like I need keep doing it, concentrate. And they're like like waves, all this like cracks everywhere, and there is sharks in the water, and you're like focus on your work. You still kind of you're not arrived yet. So it's not like you indifferent and you don't care about your art and stuff like that. It's just different. It's little different approach. It's still emotional and emotionally attachment, very strong, very deep, but in a other way. You're like again, like I say, it's like you are not slave of your emotions. You you kind of you're glad when good emotions come, and you get through bad emotions. That's it. So when it's not very comfortable, it's like, okay, no big deal. I mean, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but it's not worse thing can happen, you know. So it's manageable, no big deal. And you keep working, you keep doing. Because like, yeah, if somebody like really like punching you in the face while you're sitting and drawing, then it's a real problem, right? But all other stuff is just kind of procrastination knocking in your office door, kind of say like, hey, stop drawing, look at me. But even like, let's say if there is some kind of crazy world where you just cannot escape, whatever you go, everywhere someone will punch you in the face. Okay, then you say like, okay, I guess like there is no other better place, so I will draw here. So I will sit, I will draw while like uh, dealing with these flying punches. It's just kind of you choose like, do you want to draw or not? So, okay, if there's no better conditions, okay, I guess I will start to draw in here. And often, like, you look some very good artists, like, it looks for you like, oh, he draws so easily, and like maybe he just like his life was more um, lucky than mine, so he have much better conditions to be so creative. And often turns out totally opposite. It's like you don't know how much your life is much easier than this guy, but still he managed to do his work no matter how hard his life is, you know. And forget draw some fish. So if you put fish, it's immediately look like underwater. Oops. Some ripples. So if you read this book and watch interview, I give a link. Yeah, it will be better than listen to me. I think I'm talk like kind of too messy. Sounds like paradoxical. It's kind of like because complex subject. Here's some paradox within it. Try also do this like exercise, experiment, like draw anything. Maybe just like view from your window, making it underwater view, like put some surface of a ocean, draw some underwater creatures, just make it look like it's underwater. Like right now, I see here crossroad from my window. Can draw it underwater view. Okay, cool. Thank you, Nick. Okay, I think I will finish here today. So that is like turn view into underwater view. So here we have like half view underwater, and eye level it's above water surface. Here we have like a view with eye level below water surface. So if you see this surface moving up, it's because this surface it's uphill. So this uphill moving above water surface, but our eye level it's about here, below water. Ours like kind of here. So and this one, so have like eye level here, and the water level like this far, like a little above our eye level. Yuck. So thank you everybody. Like, subscribe, write your questions, comments, feedback. Let's just write your ideas. Let's have like meaningful conversations in the comment. See you next time.
Madness. This is
Chain Bond Art.